Welcome everyone to another startup and automobile documentation. What we're looking at today is a 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander SE. This Outlander is painted in the white diamond exterior color. It does have smart key for the front doors. And on the key fob, you have the buttons for lock, unlock, power tailgate release, and panic. Storage and bottle holders. You have power windows, locks and mirrors, along with power folding mirrors. It does have a premium Bose sound system. It has a black interior, and the seats in SE models are trimmed in a combination of suede and synthetic leather. It does have a fully powered driver's seat with two-way power lumbar support and a manual front passenger seat. And now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. And along with smart key, it does have push-button ignition. The Mitsubishi Outlander is a compact crossover SUV that made its US debut for 2003. As of the 2024 model year, the Outlander is currently in its fourth generation. Starting in the second generation, the Outlander has offered 3 rows of seats, which is pretty uncommon for its class. Beginning in the third generation, a plug-in hybrid version of the Outlander also became available. This 2023 we have here represents the fourth and current generation of the Outlander, which made its debut for the 2022 model year. The 4th gen Outlander was made in collaboration between Mitsubishi and Nissan, and as a result, it now rides on the same platform as the 3rd generation Nissan Rogue. Although the Outlander and Rogue now share a platform and wheelbase, and the Outlander even uses a Nissan powertrain, the Outlander does have almost entirely unique styling from the Rogue both inside and out, so it's far from a mere rebadge. In addition, the Outlander has the advantage of offering 3 rows of seats. Mitsubishi has also tuned the Outlander differently, including using their own Super All-Wheel Control all-wheel drive system. For 2023, a plug-in hybrid configuration was launched for the 4th gen Outlander, which uses the Mitsubishi-developed engine and powertrain from the previous gen Outlander plug-in, unlike the non-hybrid models which use a Nissan powertrain. Core trim levels for the non-hybrid US 2023 Outlanders included ES, SE, Black Edition, SEL, SEL Black Edition, Rally Art, and the 40th Anniversary Edition. This SE does have the Tech package, which adds things like a Bose stereo and a panoramic sunroof. Just one engine and transmission were offered, those being a 181 horsepower 2.5-liter inline-4 and a CVT automatic. Available drivetrains include either front-wheel drive like this one or Mitsubishi's Super All-Wheel Control. So via these controls on the steering wheel, you're able to go through the various menus in the fully digital instrument cluster. If you push this button right here, you have your shortcut menu. For instance, we can change the meter view, and with this, it'll change the whole layout of the gauge cluster. As far as I know, this is the shortcut button, but change meter view takes you back to this one. So right now, we're on the center of the cluster right here, and it's kind of like you go through different menus. So the home icon, right now we're on the radio interface, navigation, compass, and then there's just a blank page right here. Then you push OK. Under here you can change your radio source, AM, FM, or Sirius XM. And then you can push this way to go back and the other to exit. Then, under the I, you have your average fuel economy, drive computer. Then under this one you have your tire pressures, and you push OK, it takes you right here. That's what happens when you push exit. And now under this screen, right now it's just an image of the vehicle. Now this button is your MI Pilot Assist switch, which I believe just is part of the safety suite. So you have your adaptive cruise, and then your blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, all that kind of stuff. And you push that, now I can adjust the, gap adjust for the adaptive cruise. And then push that, and there's nothing there. But then push the MI Pilot Assist, and this is what we have right here. Go up there, push OK, and as you can see, push lane, and toggle your lane departure prevention or just warning, blind spot monitoring, and then your pre-collision braking. And then under settings, you have your stability control, again, driver assistance, a lot of the same stuff we just saw. But, you have your driver attention alert, rear cross traffic alert. This is of course a very well-equipped vehicle for 2023. All the modern safety amenities, safety tech that you might expect to enhance just your peace of mind when driving. And then more settings right here. And then back to this screen right here. So I'm pretty sure I might have missed a couple things, but that's a brief gist of this digital info display in this 2023 Outlander. It has a 4-spoke design, leather-wrapped, and multifunctional steering wheel. It is perforated on the sides with sport grips. And as for controls, on this side you have your information display controls along with your volume and seek track for the audio system. Then on this side you have your cruise control system, driver assist button right here, gap adjust for your adaptive cruise control, and then your voice command button and a Bluetooth phone. It also has paddle shifters on the back of the spokes. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. You have your panel dimmer, power tailgate switch, climate vent for the driver. And on this side you have your exterior lighting stock. While on this side you have your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, you have your touchscreen infotainment system, which we'll go over more in a bit. Central climate vents, hazard light switch. You have your dual zone automatic climate controls for the front, along with 3-stage heated front seats. Pretty simple to use system. You have your fan speed, different zones of circulation, front and rear defrost, and then temperature on either side, sync mode, etc. Then you have a USB-A and C port, along with a 12-volt power outlet, little storage area. Right here is your electronically operated gear shifter. Entering reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines. You also have an overhead camera, curbside monitor, and then if you go down into drive, it'll bring up front view camera, also with guidance lines. Then you push the camera button. I believe you could just bring that up anytime as well. The parking brake is electronically operated. You also have auto brake hold. Right here is your drive mode selector. The button on top is for your hill descent control, but then you also have your driving modes, which are Eco, Normal, Tarmac, Gravel, and Snow. You have 2 cup holders, center console with some storage, both sun visors do have vanity mirrors, lights, and card holders. Auto-dimming rear view. Your passenger airbag indicator. On the overhead console, you have a sunglass holder with your overhead lighting, roadside assistance, and the controls for your power panoramic sunroof. It is one-touch automatic. And finally, here is that infotainment system in this 23 Outlander SE. So we're on the home screen right now, which is configurable. You have 3 different pages for the home screen, and you can just drag wherever you want to have displayed. Then for phone, pretty self-explanatory here. Info, it'll bring up notifications, Mitsubishi Connect, Sirius XM if you have a subscription for, I believe, like Travel Link. If you have that subscription, you can get like your local fuel prices, movies playing, that kind of stuff. Then onto our audio menu, you have AM, FM, Sirius XM plus Bluetooth audio streaming, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capabilities as well. And then you have navigation. Pretty responsive navigation map. Has that pinch and stretch like a smartphone screen. Points of interest for different places. As you can see, pretty nice, intuitive system. Your phone connections, that kind of stuff. And then for settings, well, we got lots of stuff. Navigation settings, you have your sound settings. I mean, quite a lot of different settings on this menu right here. And then you have your shortcuts along the bottom, your seat track, audio menu, map, camera shortcut buttons. But then back to that home menu. But now we'll roll down the driver's window and have a look at the engine bay. All 4 windows are fully automatic. The SE trim adds these 20-inch two-tone alloy rims. Powering the Outlander is the Nissan-sourced PR25DD 2.5-liter naturally aspirated inline-4 engine. It's an all-aluminum engine with dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, variable valve timing, and direct injection. Horsepower is rated at 181 at 6,000 RPM, and torque is rated at 181 pound-feet at 3,600 RPM. The transmission is a CVT automatic with a manual shifting mode, which sends power solely to this Outlander's front wheels. Running on regular unleaded with a 14.5-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates are 24 mpg in the city and 31 mpg on the highway for front-wheel drive models. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. It does have 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes. Curb weight is roughly 3,600 to 3,700 pounds, give or take, for front-wheel drive models, and you can tow up to 2,000 pounds in one of these as well. Bottle holders. First, we'll check out the third row. Alright, so here we're in this third row in the Outlander. Third row passengers do get a cup holder on either side. But space back here, I'm about 6'1", and it's a very tight, cramped back seat. There's still an advantage the Outlander has over the Nissan Rogue that it shares its platform with, because as far as I know, the Rogue, at least in North America, does not have a third row. So if there's a family with kids, need a third row of seats, well, the Outlander has that advantage. Even though they're small back seats, you can still use them. And on to the second row. Both front seats do have mat pockets in the backs, coat hooks. Second row passengers do get a little bit of storage along with their own set of climate vents, in addition to a USB-A and a USB-C port. And then we can also fold down the center seat to reveal 2 cup holders. Now, space in the second row, again, I'm about 6'1", the driver's seat in a pretty comfortable position for myself. Legroom and footroom is pretty good. Headroom is okay. My head is kind of close to the roof, I guess because the panoramic sunroof kind of dips down. The headliner dips down right here. But it's not overly cramped or anything. It's definitely a spacious back seat, especially for legroom and footroom. It's very comfortable. So there's not too much to complain about in the back seat of this vehicle. Single exhaust, rear wiper, and it does have a power tailgate. The Outlander provides 11.7 cubic feet of space with all the seats up. Folding down the third row gets you 33.5 cubic feet, and with both the third and second rows folded down, you then get 78.3 cubic feet of cargo space. And the fuel cap, as seen earlier, is on the passenger side. But anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.